Good evening, children. I hope everyone are doing fine. Let us continue with the chapter 5, that is coal and petroleum. So today we will be learning about the topic natural gas. So you already learnt how petrol is formed and also how it is refined and how do we extract petrol, right? So today we shall see about natural gas. So let us begin. So, children, coming to the formation of petroleum as well as natural gas. So, here you can notice even natural gas is obtained by a natural process when there is a formation of, I mean, when plants and animals die, what happens? They decay in the soil. So that is how from where we extract the petrol. So even natural gas is also obtained somewhat like that, similar to petrol. So this natural gas, it is a gaseous and versatile, and it is very abundant. Abundant in the sense everywhere we can obtain this. It is abundant and relatively clean fossil fuel as compared to petrol. So compared to petrol, this natural gas is very clean fossil fuel, okay, and it is also clean compared to the coal also. It is usually found along with the crude petroleum in oil wells. So along with the petrol, this natural gas is also present, and natural gas burns readily in the presence of air. So only in the presence of air this is going to burn. That means oxygen is necessary for any burning process, right? And this natural gas burns readily in the presence of air and liberate a large amount of heat, and this makes natural gas an excellent fuel for domestic as well as industrial use. It burns without any smoke, okay, it doesn't give any smoke and doesn't leave any kind of ash behind, okay. Natural gas has no storage or transportation problem as it can be distributed through a network of pipes. So how it is going to be transported? So it is going to transport it by pipes. So by connecting pipes, through pipes it can be transported. It wouldn't be that much problem, okay, and can be used directly for burning. Natural gas piped to homes, okay, so and also to factories and industries from the source is referred to as a piped natural gas. So this is a source, piped natural gas, where it is connected to home, industries and many other places. So in short, it is called as PNG, that is piped natural gas. In India, PNG is presently being supplied to cities like Delhi, Mumbai and Vadodara. So all these places are getting PNG. Okay, so the network is growing gradually. It is not that widely applied everywhere. It is growing gradually. Okay, and natural gas serves as a raw material for manufacturing many chemicals and also fertilizers. And natural gas is compressed under high pressure to form CNG. So when gas is compressed, what happens? It turns to be kind of liquid. Okay, natural gas is compressed under high pressure to form CNG, that is compressed natural gas. So which is used as an idle automobile fuel instead of petrol or diesel. So in alternative method of using in in the place of petrol or diesel is a natural gas, okay. So what makes compressed natural gas an ideal fuel? So why we call this CNG as a ideal fuel? Because it is so clean and it doesn't cause much pollution and a safer fuel, okay, compared to any other fuel. It is very safe and can be used directly, okay. So in India, natural gas wells have been found in Tripura, Jaisalmer, offshore areas of Mumbai, and also in the Krishna Godavari Delta. Okay. So now let us see, let us understand let us understand the human influence on the environment. Always humans are the one who interferes with the environment, right? We are the one who is causing pollution to the environment. So we depend on we depend always on nature and its sources, what we get for all our needs, right? To fulfill our needs, we always depend on the nature. So we need to conserve our resources, because removing them from earth will disturb, and also it disturbs the environment. It takes millions of years for dead plants and animals to turn into fossil fuels, that you have learnt already. When these fuels are used up, so they cannot be replaced easily. Okay, using them carelessly will not only cause pollution but will also lead to depletion of the reserves at the faster rate, right? So if you keep on using the natural resources, what happens? So it may expire one day, it may extinct one day, right? Yes. So think of alternative sources of energy, so which are inexhaustible. So we should always prefer the alternative source of energy which is inexhaustible, which can't exhaust. Okay, so that so as to reduce the demand for such as fossil fuels. Okay, so less burning of fossil fuels also means lower emission of pollutants, isn't it? So now let us understand what are the pollutions caused by burning fossil fuels. So when we burn fossil fuels such as oil, so in automobiles, or toxic gases such as carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide are released in the air. So which act as a pollutants. So what is pollutants? So the agents which cause pollution. So other gases like sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide are also released from factories. Okay, so let us see the harmful effects of these pollutants. So carbon monoxide is a very poisonous gas, and it is very effect. It cause effect to our health also. Carbon dioxide released in the atmosphere, it traps the heat and reaches the earth. So that whatever the carbon dioxide is released from automobiles, it reaches the atmosphere, and there it get trapped and heat is reaching the earth. So this is known as greenhouse effect. Okay, so what is greenhouse effect now? So carbon dioxide is released into the atmosphere, and this has been trapped and it is going to reach the earth. Okay, this is said to be greenhouse effect. And next here you can see in picture. Okay, so now let us understand what is global warming. Excessive carbon dioxide emission. If there is excess of emission of carbon dioxide to the atmosphere, so that is going to result in trapping of more heat than desired. So ನಮ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೀಟ್ ಬೇಕೋ ಅಷ್ಟು ಮಾತ್ರ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಅರ್ತ್ಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಹೀಟ್ ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಆದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಇಟ್ ಲೀಡ್ಸ್ ಟು ಗ್ಲೋಬಲ್ ವಾರ್ಮಿಂಗ್. Okay, so this is if global warming is more, what happens? It is going to melt the ice caps which is there in the polar region, and there occurs a flood which causes in the coastal regions of the earth. And also one more thing, sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide can also combine with water vapors in the atmosphere. Okay, that is going to produce two harmful acids. So one is sulfuric acid and nitric acid. So this chemical is going to be part of acid rain. Okay, and acid rain can destroy trees and wildlife also, and it causes skin cancer also. It can poison the lakes as well as it destroys many water organisms. So best example is Taj Mahal is getting the shade of that marbles is getting depleted because of the acid rain. Okay, and how do we conserve this fossil fuels? Let us see. So how do we conserve the fossil fuels? So conservation, what do you mean by conservation first of all? So conservation is the sustainable use, ಅಂದರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕೋ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಮಿತಿಯಾಗಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಓಕೆ, ಕನ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಸಸ್ಟೈನಬಲ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸಸ್. Okay, so what is the aim of this conservation? So at last what it leads to if we conserve the fossil fuels? So what is the aim of that conservation? To ensure that such resources are not consumed faster than they are replaced. Okay, so we should make sure that the resources what we are using should be less. Okay, so only when necessary we should use, because it will take long time to get replaced, right? To maintain an adequate supply of these resources so they are available in future. So if we conserve the resources now, so our future generation can enjoy the resources. So if we wasting resources like this, our future generation cannot experience that natural resources, right? And fossil fuels, what are the uses of it? Let us see. So uses of fossil fuels very important role or vital role in our everyday life. So we use fossil fuels in order to heat our homes, fuel the cars, aeroplanes, and also other means of transportation, make medicines, make cosmetics, and make materials for clothes. So all these uses are there, right? So fossil fuels are used for several purposes like electricity generation. So most of our electricity generation requirements are fulfilled by fossil fuels. Okay, electricity is produced by burning them. If we reduce the usage of electricity, the demand of burning fossil fuels for energy will be reduced. So this will help us to conserve natural resources. And even in automobiles, we run on fuels like petrol and diesel, right? So which are products of petroleum. If we very individuals have is private car for transportation, the consumption of these fuels will increase tremendously. So this is going to result in faster depletion of our fossil fuel reserves. Okay, carpooling, restrictions on the use of private vehicles, and increased of public transport can help us to conserve petroleum. So whenever possible, we should walk or we should use bicycle. Okay, so use energy sufficiently in a efficient way. For example, compact fluorescent lamps, that is CFL, instead of using incandescent bulb. Okay, so and remember 3 R's, children. So what do you mean by 3 R's? So that is reduce, reuse, and recycle, right? That is said to be 3 R's of environment. So most of the things we use in our daily life will depend on the fossil fuels in some or the other way. We depend. Okay, so we should reduce the usage of such things. So use things for other purpose, and recycle the worn out materials, like best out of waste, right? So by doing so, we will actually be saving huge raw materials and fuel cost. Okay, so after having gone green with CNG public transport, the Delhi government is all set to take it to the next level of producing bio CNG from vegetable waste generated at vegetable market. Okay, and LPG, which is used for cooking, can be saved by adopting habits like using pressure cookers for cooking. So it is going to reduce the usage of LPG. If you use pressure cookers, it doesn't consume a lot of gas. Okay, so before lighting the stove, prepare and keep all the materials ready for cooking, so that within few minutes you can cook it. Okay, and keep the vessel covered while cooking, so that the steam stay in the vessel, so that with the help of steam itself, half of the food can be cooked. Okay, that is why we use pressure cookers. The government has now initiated various steps to promote conservation of petroleum products in the transport, industrial, as well as agriculture and domestic sectors. And these activities are promoted and coordinated by Petroleum Conservation Research Association, that is PCRA. So this is taking a in charge. So it is an agency which helps in conservation and preservation of fossil fuels. Okay, so the best way, so some of the ways that can be suggested by them, so which we need to follow to save petrol or diesel, is we should get our vehicles checked and serviced regularly, and we should make sure that tires of the vehicles have correct air pressure, and we should avoid excessive braking and accelerating, and we should avoid driving aggressively, and we should turn off the engine while waiting at traffic signals. Sometimes the signals will be 2 minutes, 1 minute, then we should off the engine, right? So that we can save at least 1% of petrol, isn't it? So here I've completed your chapter coal and petroleum. So I hope you people have understood the concepts very well. So today I'm going to send new types of classwork. Do write it in your classwork book. Okay, so next class I'm going to give you question answer so that you can copy. Okay, children, see you all. Have a good day.